Hey class, we're going to go ahead and jump into solving and graphing inequalities, but we're going to start off with graphing inequalities. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and erase this from part 2. We're going to go ahead and move on. We are now in part 3. Okay, and what we're going to start off doing is graphing inequalities. All right, graphing inequality. Now, the first inequality that we're going to graph is x less than 5. Okay, graph x less than 5. Okay, that's the first inequality we're going to graph. Now, we're going to go ahead and draw a number line. And we're going to start off at -2. Go to -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We haven't talked about number lines since integers, since we were adding and subtracting integers, right? This is a little bit, this is different from adding and subtracting integers. So, but we are using a number line. We've talked about number lines before. Now, what we're going to do is we always start where we have our inequality. We start with that number in our inequality, okay, that first number right there when we're graphing, okay, and we're going to talk about the number 5. We're going to use the information that we had in part 2, okay. The information was if you have a less than symbol or greater than symbol, you're going to have an open circle. If you have a less than equal to or greater than equal to, you're going to have a closed circle, okay. Make the closed circle a little bigger. There. All right, so we have, what do we have in ours? What symbol do we have in our inequality? We have a less than symbol, right? And if we have a less than symbol, that tells us we're going to have an open circle on the number 5. Now, let me tell you why we have an open circle on the number 5. We have an open circle because of this reason right here. So we're going to get the number 5. We're on the number line. We're looking at the number 5 here. What we're going to do is we're going to say that x equals 5 at this point right here on the number line. If we were to move left or right on the number line, we're going to stop right here on number 5. X equals 5. What we're going to do is we're going to substitute. You know, we substitute a lot when we check, right? When we check, we always substitute in what x is equal to, right? And this is what we're going to do. We're going to put this 5 right here where this x is. Okay, we're done underneath. Is 5 less than 5? That's what we have to ask ourselves. Is the number 5 less than 5? Ask yourself that. Yes or no? Type in the chat. No, right? 5 is not less than 5. And since 5 is not less than 5, it can't be part of our solution. That's what we're doing here. We're graphing a solution. The solution we're graphing is x less than 5. And we can read this, and we're going to read this as x. Let me write it another color so we don't get it confused. Where x is everything less than 5. Okay? X is everything that's less than 5. Now let's see why. What happens if we plug 4 into this? If we have x equals 4, what happens? Let's see what happens. Is 4 less than 5? Ask yourself, is 4 less than 5? Yes, it is. Is 3 less than 5? Yep. Is 2 less than 5? Yep. And it can continue this way forever. And I'm going to go ahead and color this in. That is our solution. And it continues on forever. That's what this arrow means back here. Also on the number line, it means that it keeps going forever. -3, -4, -5, -7, -20, -200, -infinity, all the way forever, continuing this way. This x is everything that is less than this number 5, which is right there. Now, does it include 5? Is 5 less than 5? No. That is why we have an open circle. because it doesn't include 5. Okay? All right. So we just graphed x less than 5 on the number line, and here it is. Make sure you have that written down. We're going to move on to another example. I'm about to erase it. Make sure you have it. All right, here we go. All right. So we're going to graph x less than equal to 7. That's not for 7. Let's do 2. Let's do 2. 2's good. All right, we're going to draw a number line. We're going to start out at -3, whatever, -2, doesn't matter, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's where we're going to start. All right, now, which symbol do we have? What symbol is that? Less than equal to, which less than equal tells us to use a closed circle on what number? 2, right? We're going to use a closed circle on 2. Now, why? Because if x equals 2, and we substituted in 2 here, is 2 less than or equal to 2? It only has to be one of them. 2 is not less than 2, but is 2 equal to 2? Yes, it is. And since it's equal to 2, we can include it in our solution because it's actually part of it. 2 is equal to 2. Is 2 less than or equal to 2? Yes. That means we're including it in our solution. Now, let's try 1. Is 1 less than or equal to 2? It's less than. It's not equal, but it is less than. Was 0 less than or equal to 2? Yep. -1? Yep. -2? Yep. -3, -4, -5. Forever. Yes. Everything this way is included in our solution, including the number 2, because of the equal sign. Okay, remember, less than or equal or greater than or equal to, closed circle, and this is how we graph inequalities. We're going to be graphing these inequalities continuously, and we're going to keep doing it after we solve inequalities as well. So this is part 3 of graphing inequalities, solving inequalities. Now for part 4, we are going to actually move in to actually solving inequalities. Okay, now when we solve inequalities, we're also going to graph them at the end. Okay, so thanks for watching. See y'all later.